Welcome to the San Francisco Employees Retirement System, your path to retirement webinar. In this webinar, we are going to talk about what it means to be retirement ready and the benefits that comes with SFERS membership. But first, the legalities. We are providing you with information to help you with your retirement planning. This is not legal advice and we cannot provide it. The rules that govern the pension system are complicated, and we do our best to provide you with the most accurate and up-to-date information. The governing documents will always be the San Francisco Charter and Administrative Code and other federal and state laws. The topics that are covered in this webinar are retirement readiness, what it means to be ready for retirement, and your benefits under the SFERS pension plan. It's never too early to plan for retirement, and after this webinar, you will have a better understanding of what it means to be retirement ready, the benefits available to you under your SFERS pension plan, and how to find information about the SFERS plan and your benefits. What do you aspire to do in retirement? Do you think about traveling the world, spending time with family, or filling your days golfing in a retirement community? Whatever you desire, saving now will help you achieve your financial goals for retirement. According to the experts, you will need to accumulate enough retirement income to equal 80% of your gross working income to maintain your lifestyle in retirement. As an example, if you are earning $75,000 annually when you retire at age 62 and live 20 years in retirement, you will need to accumulate an estimated $1.2 million in retirement income. For SFERS miscellaneous members, the maximum annual benefit is 75% of your average final compensation. Using our example, that equals an estimated $1.125 million. So where will the other $75,000 or so of retirement income come from? SFERS offers access to additional sources of retirement income, including the city's 457B Deferred Compensation Plan, or SFDCP, offers an opportunity to acquire additional retirement savings with voluntary contributions. You can make contributions with pre-tax and/or after-tax dollars. See the slide at the end of this presentation titled the SFDCP for additional information. Not all members are eligible to participate in the SFDCP. SFUSD and SFCCD employees who are not eligible to participate in the city's 457B plan should check with their HR department for alternative voluntary savings programs such as a 403B. You can learn more about Social Security benefits and eligibility on the Social Security Administration website at www.ssa.gov. SFERS does not offer direct access to other savings options such as an IRA. However, you can consult a financial advisor for assistance with other personal investing choices, including IRAs, to help you reach your retirement financial goals. Calculators are available on the SFERS and SFDCP website to assist you in planning for your retirement financial goals. Again, SFERS cannot provide financial advice, so consult a financial advisor for assistance with reaching your retirement financial goals. As a SFERS member, while you are working, part of your income is allocated to retirement savings. You make mandatory contributions to the pension plan by payroll deduction each pay period to qualify for a monthly retirement benefit paid to you for your life when you retire. Your monthly benefit is calculated based on your age, years of credited service, and your final pensionable compensation. As mentioned on the previous slide, you may also participate in the city's Deferred Compensation Plan with voluntary contributions by payroll deduction to complement your pension income. You determine the dollar amount or percentage of income to contribute up to the maximum limit allowable by law each year. As a miscellaneous member, most likely you also contribute to Social Security and may qualify for an additional monthly benefit at retirement. For even more savings, you may choose to invest in other personal retirement savings accounts, such as an IRA. When you retire, the money you receive from each of these retirement savings accounts combined will equal your total retirement income. The goal is to maximize your retirement savings while you are working, so that you will have sufficient income to support your desired lifestyle in retirement. Again, calculators are available on the SFERS and SFDCP websites to assist you in planning for your retirement financial goals. Although SFERS cannot provide financial advice, here are 2 general tips used industry-wide to help you save for retirement. The first is to start early and invest longer. In this example, Emily will accumulate twice as much retirement income as Dave by starting to invest 10 years earlier. The second tip is working a few extra years can really add up. Working for longer gives you extra time to reach your financial goals and to qualify for the SFERS pension at a higher age factor, potentially yielding a higher benefit amount. Log in to the MySFERS member portal to access the benefit calculator. Once you are logged in, select the Benefits Calculator tab to estimate your SFERS pension benefit. Again, the SFDCP slide at the end of this presentation provides information on enrolling in the plan. Let's review what we just learned about being retirement ready. Aim to accumulate 80% of your gross pre-retirement income to maintain your current lifestyle after retirement. Retirement income sources may include SFERS pension, SFDCP, Social Security, and individual retirement savings like an IRA. Start investing early and/or work longer to potentially increase your retirement income. Use the SFERS and SFDCP calculators to estimate your benefit and track potential retirement income. Finally, watch the retirement readiness video on the SFERS website. Now we will move on to your member benefits. As a member of SFERS, you have access to 3 benefit programs: the SFERS Pension Plan, the SFDCP Voluntary 457B Plan, and Social Security. Credited service is the number of qualified hours that you work in a fiscal year to receive credit for retirement purposes. You begin earning service on your SFERS membership date. You receive 1 year of service credit for every 10 months worked and paid, which is generally 1,740 hours in a fiscal year. You can only earn 1 year of credited service in a fiscal year, regardless of how many hours you work. Service is credited on a prorated basis for part-time employees. For retirement purposes, hours worked and paid include regular hours worked, vacations, sick leave, and floating holidays. Overtime and unpaid time off do not count towards credited service. You can track your credited service in the secure member portal at mysfers.org. In addition to the service you begin earning on your first effective day of your membership, you may be eligible to purchase other service. Service purchase opportunities include prior city service, a redeposit of previously withdrawn SFERS contributions, public service, union representative service, unpaid parental leave prior to July 1st, 2003, and as of January 1st, 2025, up to 3 years of qualifying time as a P103 per diem nurse, or military service while a member of the retirement plan or while you are on a San Francisco civil service list and reached for certification for a permanent appointment. Additional details about service purchase are available in the service purchase flyer. Purchase of additional service is voluntary and must be completed before you retire. You can use payroll deduction, rollover from another qualified plan, or lump sum payment to purchase service. The method of payment to purchase service depends on the type of service being purchased. In addition to service purchase opportunities, you may choose to repay a Gilmore debt to increase your benefit. A Gilmore debt occurs if SFERS makes payments to an ex-spouse or domestic partner. Repaying a Gilmore debt is voluntary. Additional details about Gilmore debt are available in the SFERS Community Property Guide, available on the SFERS website. When you retire, your pension will be paid to you throughout your lifetime, regardless of the type of retirement of your account balance. Upon your death, your qualified survivor will be eligible for a monthly continuation benefit, or a lump sum benefit will be paid to your designated beneficiary. If you terminate your employment with the city before you are qualified to retire for service, you have 3 options for your accumulated contributions: vest and leave your contributions on account with SFERS, reciprocity if you are going to work for another California public plan, or a refund, which includes rolling over your contributions to another qualified plan. You can find detailed information about each of these benefit types, qualified survivors, and how benefits are paid in your summary of plan provisions and on the SFERS website. You are eligible to apply to retire voluntarily upon meeting age and service criteria. After you retire, SFERS will provide monthly income to you for your lifetime. Your monthly benefit amount is calculated based on years of credited service, age at retirement, and final annual pensionable compensation. SFERS offers retirement benefits under 3 plan tiers based on your membership date. You can find detailed information about service and disability retirement in your summary of plan provisions and on the SFERS website. If you were hired before January 7th, 2012, you can qualify for service retirement on or after age 50 and at least 20 years of credited service, or on or after age 60 and at least 10 years of credited service, or age 65 if you retire on the first day of the month following your 65th birthday, regardless of credited service and if actively employed with the city. You can qualify for a disability retirement with a minimum of 10 years of credited service regardless of age, and you are substantially disabled to perform job duties. If you were hired on or after January 7th, 2012, You can qualify for service retirement on or after age 53 and at least 20 years of credited service, or on or after age 60 and at least 10 years of credited service, or age 65 if you retire on the first day of the month following your 65th birthday, regardless of credited service, and if actively employed with the city. You can qualify for disability retirement with a minimum 10 years of credited service, regardless of age, and you are substantially disabled from performing job duties. If you die before your retirement, your qualified survivor is a spouse or eligible domestic partner. If your spouse or domestic partner was married or registered at least one full year before your death date, and your spouse or domestic partner was your sole primary designated beneficiary. If there is no spouse or eligible domestic partner, then it will be your unmarried child or children under the age of 18. Your beneficiary can be any person, regardless of age or relationship, a special needs trust, your trust, or your estate. It is very important to keep your beneficiary designation up to date. You can manage your beneficiaries in the SFERS member portal under the Beneficiaries tab, or download a Designation of Beneficiary form from the SFERS website. Complete and mail the form to SFERS. The mailed Designation of Beneficiary form must be notarized. You can change your beneficiary at any time before you retire. Again, it is very important to keep your beneficiary designation up to date. A death benefit is paid to your designated beneficiary regardless of years of service or age. The distribution of a death benefit can be affected by California community property laws. If you die before retirement and are qualified for service retirement, a 50% monthly continuation benefit will be payable to your qualified survivor if your qualified survivor was your spouse or domestic partner and designated as your sole primary beneficiary. A lump sum benefit will be payable to your designated beneficiary or beneficiaries or estate if there is no continuation benefit payable. Accumulated contributions and interest plus 6 months earnable salary. If you terminate employment with the city before you are qualified to retire for service, you can elect vesting, reciprocity, or a refund or rollover of your accumulated contributions. If you have 5 years or more of credited service, you can vest and leave your accumulated contributions on account until you are eligible to apply for a vesting allowance based on your plan provisions. If you are going to work for another California public agency, you can elect reciprocity. Or, if you have less than 5 years of credited service, you can elect a refund or rollover for your contributions to another qualified plan. If you have 5 or more years of credited service and you're going to work for another California public agency, it is very important that you contact SFERS before terminating city employment. To qualify for reciprocity, you cannot begin employment with another California public agency before terminating employment with the city. Log into the SFERS member portal within 90 days after your termination to make an election using the SFERS termination option form. If you do not make an election within 90 days of your termination, SFERS will refund your contributions and mail a check to your last known address. Make sure to keep your mailing address current with SFERS so that we can locate you. For additional member resources, visit the SFERS website at mysfers.org. You can track your progress towards retirement through the MySFERS member portal. Log in to MySFERS to calculate an estimate of your payroll benefit, manage your beneficiaries, check your credited service and view purchasable service opportunities, review your annual statement, print an account balance verification, schedule an appointment when you are ready to retire, or elect an option for your accumulated contributions should you leave employment with the city. The SFERS website, mysfers.org, has a wealth of information for you. Visit the SFERS Resource Center with tools and guides to aid you on your planning, such as summary of plan provisions that include details about your plan, forms like the beneficiary designation form, announcements, news, and updates, the schedule and description for all SFERS retirement planning webinars, frequently asked questions, annual reports on fund performance so you can see how SFERS is managing your money, and helpful videos. If you still cannot find what you're looking for, contact us by email or phone. We are here to help with questions, concerns, clarifications, or whatever else you need. Want to save more for retirement? The SFDCP offers active members an opportunity to acquire additional retirement savings to complement pension benefits. Visit the SFDCP website at www.sfdcp.org and click on the Enroll Online link to join the plan, or contact an SFDCP team member at 415-487-7500. Thank you for watching today.